Namaskar. Welcome to Dr. Rao's Temple of Learning. This is your YouTube channel, Spiritual Management Course. Today we are discussing part 1 of 4, 18th small independent discourse entitled Scientific Spirituality, Spiritualistic Science and Spiritual Technology. Yes, this is Dr. A.P. Rao, Vice President, Telecom Division, HPLI, MIDC Ranjangaon, Pune, Maharashtra. So welcome to this 18th discourse. The need to enhance religion to the spirituality to utilize abundant advanced technology available from the mythological happenings. Understanding through the course of spiritual management says there is a theory in Indian mythology called Sankhya Shastra that logically unifies science and religion, the two sides of the same coin, that is called reality. There is no better way than to allow the same axiomatic law of dharma to unify the twin polarized concepts of science and religion. The same law of dharma would act transcendently to improve human well-being of Hinduism, a state of nirvana in Buddhism, and a state of charismatic surrender to the will of the Creator. So, welcome to this discourse. The spirituality is the willingness to follow the spirit. But then, what is the spirit? A spirit is a force that influences the will of mankind because it relates not to matter but to mind, soul, and feelings. The term spirituality comes from the Latin word spiritus, meaning vapor, breathe, air, or wind. It may be defined as the desire to find ultimate purpose in life and to live accordingly. Still, there is no clearly agreed upon definition of the term amongst those who are conducting scientific research in this field. Actually, spirituality is impossible to handle with presently known reasonings and logics. As you can see in the pictures, spirituality and religion overlap each other, but you may observe that the religion is only one small portion of the spirituality. Really speaking, the spirituality and religion are often confused and sometimes used as interchangeable words while they are not. A religion is a belief system often linked with rituals and practices which may help people for better spiritual understanding by giving a framework for their experience. Religion is a societal or collective activity while spirituality is a individual's task. Spiritual science can be used as a powerful tool to make the person perfect in life's management tasks, whatsoever his or her religion is. Now, what is science or parascience? Actually, science is a way of knowing the facts, laws of nature, and things and the reproducibility of the event or experiment with required environment is recognized as a scientific fact. The experimental study performed with the help of subconscious mind that cannot be repeated or reproduced mechanically is known as parascientific experiment. It appears to be a mystery. In parascientific experiment, extraordinary mode of awareness may be developed in men that provide experience of non-sensory reality, that is extrasensory perceptions. At times you anticipate or feel and future happening in advance and that actually happens. This is what we call as the ESP. The extension of parascientific experiment or rigorous meditation practices falls under the spiritual science, which is again a job of individual where traditionally for one's experiment, one's body is the laboratory and the instrument is the brain. Religion is known to be just an enhancement of the word spirituality. Here, the little narrow-mindedness of religion with respect to the physical working is overcome by the broader sense of spirituality. It is said that as your consciousness expands, you will discover what you are and how powerful your soul is. The spiritual traditions described by the Hindus, Tao, Zen, Buddha, etc., may differ with each other in many external details. But the direct non intellectual experience of reality in all of them is essentially same. And this fundamental feature is also a characteristic of modern science. Therefore, only we used to talk about the relation between science and religion. There are a number of fields in new sciences. For example, the space-time concept, quantum field theory, quark symmetry, etc., whose interpretation about the matter is incomplete. And on the other hand, it is understood that the religion contains scientific explanation of the things in its own and different manner. One such point is to talk about idea of quantum field. The quantum field theory, it has two fields continuously interacting with each other where energy and momentum are transferred and excitations are created or destroyed. That we call as the quantum field. When we interpret as matter is itself a quantum field that is made of particles. With respect to the particles, the photon are particles of light, phonons are the particles of vibrational energy that is heat or sound in atom or crystal, and electrons are the particles of electricity. As we go from macroscopic matter to strings as shown in figure, we observe that the quantum field is always important. The complete and endless consciousness has its origin in the non-local space with indirectly observed or observable wave function. These wave functions, which store all aspects of consciousness in the form of information, are always present in and around the human body. The brain and the body merely function as a relay station for this endless consciousness. Therefore, we need to speak about the individualized consciousness field. They receive part of overall consciousness and part of our memories in our waking consciousness through the change in the electromagnetic field. Quantum field and consciousness field, that is individualized consciousness field, showing vibrating particles at nanoscales as shown in the figure. Thus, we can say that the idea of quantum field may be compared with religion's individualized consciousness field, where both are invisible but real and effective. If we want to speed up the process of development, we must have a constructive interference between science and religion. By keeping this in mind, it seems to be the need of time that scientific persons should undertake some research studies to enrich the new science through the literature provided by the different religions. We may observe that present-day science has yet not reached to the final facts about many things till date. According to religion and its enhancement, that is spirituality, we may say that the things or matter looks as we feel or think about it. Recently, the demarcation between physics and metaphysics has been destroyed by the quantum science. And the scientists like Einstein said, the more I learn of physics, the more I am drawn to metaphysics. The criteria that what can be perceived and experimented is only real has vanished now. Experiencing a quanta is now recognized by suppressing only physical experiment in the Royal Court of Science long back. Anomalies at Planckian level of interactions, superconductivity, ferromagnetism, and the EPR paradox demands some phenomena to balance out the highly energetic behavior of so-called empty space. Is it really an empty space around us? In fact, outer space is not completely empty. It is a hard vacuum containing a low density of particles, predominantly a plasma of hydrogen and helium, electromagnetic radiation and magnetic field, and neurons, dust, and cosmic rays. It is to be noted that our outer space does not begin at a definite altitude above the Earth's surface. Therefore, we speak about the spiritual technology. The best example of spiritual technology may be found in the Sankhya Shastra, that one may gradually understand and realize the correctness of the Vedic theories. The Sankhya Shastra assumes that the space is not or cannot be empty. To the surprise of modern scientists, the Sankhya Karika contains axiomatic theories of logic. Let me stop for this part 1 and we shall continue this to the part 2. The discussion will be on.